phase 2 is like a whole struggle bus. Like basically every mechanic we need to stop and go over and explain. And I'm trying to find out what's going on. And then finally the scholar is like, hey, I cleared these months ago and I don't remember any of it because someone explained how this mechanic works. And so we were like teaching this guy how to do the fights.
And like a clear party?
Yeah. Just like, it was awful mechanic.
He already cleared it. He doesn't need to prog. He just needs to be reminded on every mechanic.
Oh, yeah, it was awful. In the end, we failed and we had to get new people.
Yikes. That's right.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so some of us are fresh. Some of us have been in the fight before, so I don't know how much I need to explain. But basically, welcome to P4s. If you don't know already, this fight is kind of broken up into 2 phases. So we're at the start of phase 1 here, and it's mostly the same as normal, but with like a little bit more complexity. So the way markers we have up now will be for a mechanic called pin-X, where we have to spread, and we kind of just assign them based on your role position-wise. So we'll have the tanks on the red markers, we'll have the 2 melee DPS on the yellow markers, the 2 healers will take the blue markers, and the 2 ranged players will take the purple markers. So what's going to happen for this specific pin-X is the boss is going to cover all 4 of the quadrants with one of those elements that you've seen before in normal mode. So if you recall what they are, if it's lightning, which is the blue tile, it's a gigantic AoE and you have to be on the edge of the arena in order to avoid the lethal damage. Even if you're just like where I am here at Bravo, I will die. This is like 1 hit KO damage unless you're a tank. But if I'm like here across the threshold, I should be safe and take like, I don't know, 30% of my health instead of lethal damage. It's pretty crazy. It's massive damage. So that's blue. There is green, which is poison, which means each one of us is going to get an AoE circle dropped on top of our heads. And so we need to spread those out. And that's the purpose of these wave markers that we're standing in right now. So we will be spreading relative to the boss in this way. So not necessarily this tight, because I think the melees need to spread out a little bit more around the boss's hitbox. But you're going to have the 2 ranged players on the safe side. And you guys will be basically in the along the wall. So Pobo, you'll actually be here in the corner. And then Shellan, you'll probably be over here on the side somewhere. And then the healers, yeah, you guys will just be on the wall, along the wall. East and west. East and west of the boss. Or relative left and right, I guess. Whatever that would end up being. So there's blue and then there's green. So the other 2 colors are fire and water. So let's talk about fire. Fire is a healer stack. So we'll have to split up into light parties and do a healer stack that way. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kill these wave markers and I'm going to put a 1 and a 2. So we're going to have 1 healer that will run into the arena with the group 1, and then 1 healer who will stay by the wall as group 2. So it looks like Fallen wants to be group 1, so we'll mark you here. And Papachon, you can be group 2. And we'll just take this time to stack on the way markers too to assign light party. So this is the same thing that you've seen in like other fights. Like p4s has a healer stack as well. So generally you'll have the 2 melees and 1 of the tanks with the group 1 healer, and then the 2 ranged as well as 1 of the tanks in the group 2 stack. So yeah, that looks good. Admin will be group 2. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. These will be our healer group. So this is fire. And then the last mechanic during pin-X, the last tile is water. That one will have like a white spout shooting up from the ground, and it does a massive knockback from the center of the arena. Depending on the situation, some people will knock back invuln, some people will ride the water. So if you want to get knocked back to the wall, or to knock back from the center, you will actually be at the center and get knocked back towards the wall. So yeah, so remember, blue is a giant AoE. We have to be on the wall. Poison is everyone gets a circle around them, so we have to spread out. Fire is a healer stack, so we aim at our healers marked at number 1 and number 2, where number 2 stays by the wall and number 1 will move in towards the center of the arena. And then finally, there's the water, which is a knockback. So that's probably enough to know for now. I could talk about the blood rakes as well, and then we'll probably just do a quick pull and then see what we need to explain. So the way blood rake works is he will target one of the roles, either tanks, healers, or DPS, with a tether. And that means that that role will be weak to that specific mechanic, meaning the other role will need to do the thing. Conceptually, it's a little hard to figure out, but the easy part is you don't have to think too hard. Like, you can just use a macro. So for example, I have a macro here that says, like, what happens if the DPS are hit? And I push this button and it says tank healer tethers. And so that means tank healers are doing the thing. It's pretty easy once you just like trust the macro system and then trust that the person pushing the macro does the right thing. And then after a while, you'll like understand what the mechanic actually does, and it shouldn't be too bad. As far as who should be tanking, I prefer warrior tank first because of the way the tank busters are timed in this fight. There will be 3 total tank busters, and the warrior can invul in the first and the third, and then the off tank can invul in the second. And that makes it easy. Otherwise, if you have a different kind of comp without a warrior, you guys have to share the 2-hit tank buster. Or share, meaning like you have to provoke after the first hit kind of thing. So I would recommend Evan be the main tank.
Is Rav even here? Because he has not moved once.
Yeah, I'm here. I have several questions.
Okay, what's up?
So one, should I take north position? Because
Yes.
the reason why the reason why I asked that is because of the tank buster that's fairly early on during PNAX, right?
So there's a tank buster before Pinax and after Pinax. So usually you would have the warrior be the main tank for the start of the fight to do the entire blood rake phase, and then after the tank buster, then the off tank will provoke and then take the boss during the whole Pinax phase. And at the end of Pinax, you will invuln the tank buster, and then Eben will take the boss back again.
And the next tank buster, is that before the third Pinax or the second Pinax?
Yes. So it'll be after towers, before the last Pinax.
Okay, so it does work. Okay.
So it'll work out
that works with what my
perfectly fine. Where Evan will take all of the weird phases, and then you will be the main tank for both Pinax phases.
Okay. Yep.
Oh. Sorry.
And then I'm trying to think here. Another question. Hang on. Shit. Sorry, this thing's really kicking my ass right now.
You know what mechanic it's about?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about that. It's during Pinax. It's not that. It's not that. Oh yeah. For roll call. I remember last week we essentially just did the mechanic for if it's I think it's probably also because
Is roll call orbs?
Roll call is orbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no, not orbs. Roll call is tether. Roll call is
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the blood rake
or
stuff,
no,
yeah.
I'm right.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. Roll call is the tether stuff at the start. The
Yeah.
blood rakes.
Yeah. So, remembering from last week, we had kind of grouped up everyone and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I remember at least. Maybe I missed doing it for the other swap, but we're essentially doing the same strategy that Rain had in his guide? Or how are we running roll
So the
call?
way roll call works is this. So yeah, let's talk about that. I think Bloodrake needs a little bit more explaining. So the way it works, I already explained that he'll tether one roll, and that means the other roll has to do the thing. So he does 2 Bloodrakes. The first one tells us which group has to grab the tethers afterwards, and then the second group tells us which group has to come and get the virus.
Right.
So the way I have my macro set is the first one will say 10 killer tether or DPS tether, and then the other one will say which group is responsible for the debuff. So for example, this one says 10 killer debuffs, and it also says DPS will stack south, and then the alternate version of it looks like this. So DPS are responsible for debuffs, and therefore 10 healer needs to stack south. So what we're going to do is, for the debuffs, 2 players of each role are going to get a debuff, which means 4 total people. And then you can either have the debuff or be immune from it. And our goal is to align ourselves so that the role that has to get the tether has the virus, or is immune from it. I forget which one. It's one of those. So what we're going to do is we're going to see who has whatever, and then the important thing is the second macro that I hit. So for example, let's look at the latest one. So if it says DPS debuffs, tank healer stack south. So all 4 tanks and healer players will stack south of the boss, like on the boss's hitbox, basically. Don't be like far away. Yeah. And then you guys will need to stack very tightly together in order to share your virus and immunities immediately when the debuff drops on you. And then that means that 2 DPS players will need to go into the tank healer stack to get the virus and then walk out of it. And they'll do this in an order. I think PF does melee first. So you'll see who among you doesn't have the virus, and the melee of the pair will walk in and walk out first. And you want to be careful about this because you don't want to accidentally take the virus from a DPS player in this scenario, because then the debuffs will not be correct, and then when we get to who grabbing the tethers, it'll all be scattered.
Right.
So let's say our DPS go in one at a time, melee first, and then ranged first. And then let's say it's DPS tethers. Then after that, the DPS will go and stand inside the boss's hitbox, south of the boss, until the tethers drop. If you remember P3 tethers, it's kind of like the same thing. And then once the tethers are on all 4 DPS players, then they will spread out around the boss or away or whatever, depending on if they're melee or ranged. And then they just need to take a big explosion around them. So I would recommend that the 2 melee players can stack at 1 and 2, and then the 2 ranged players can just move basically anywhere else. And then the tanks healers, you guys will just be south of the boss. I think it'll take a pull or 2 to get used to. I'll just push the macros and we should be okay.
Okay.
And then we'll just call it out as things go. So I'm just gonna pop food and then we can probably just do some pulls.
Must
All right.
boonga boonga. No time
just-
for talk. Can't
just
retain
FYI.
information. Sorry.
Just FYI, I'm probably not gonna.
Next, you're gonna tell me to read books.
I'm probably not gonna go out later than 5. This shit's really kicking my ass right now.
All right.
All right, I think we need Cardia and then we'll be good to go.
All right. Now I just need Dragon Kick.
Oh yeah, I gotta hit the macro one.
You gotta fix that. Still
Yeah, you gotta make it his feet, and then he just has 2 hands like normal.
Alright.
So the first thing we'll see is a Decolation AoE. It's not too hard hitting at the start because we're all like fully health, fully shield. But later on it'll be pretty painful, so I think we should at least get a reprisal on it. And maybe an Addle once we have Rage back. Because that way you normally guys have two casters. So
Right.
here's the Decolation AoE, so we should get
Right.
a little bit of mitts on it. And following this, we're going to get the first Bloodrake AoE. So
DPS.
it's going to be tank healers are responsible for tethers afterwards. So So this skill is he's like absorbing our ether or whatever. And now we're gonna get the second Blood Rake. Alright, so it looks like it's tank healer tethers and DPS debuff. So tanks healers will stack south of the boss. Tanks healers please stack now. DPS players do not overlap each other. Tank healers stack south of the boss together. Tank healers stack south of the boss together. Tank healers stack south of the boss together. Tank healers. Okay. I'll go in first, and then Shelon will need to go in. Okay, so we all have tethers. The debuffs are all fucked. Everyone's dead.
Well,
Now we're dead. That's
take healers, stack of the south together.
Does that make sense? You should all be on a tight stack.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
you should be like wiggling.
I think
Oh,
there's
I see.
in there. Are we stacking under like on the hitbox? Because I noticed that us tanks were like on the hitbox south, and then everyone else was like slightly outside of the hitbox. So like where we.
So the brain dead way is just to stack on like the hitbox circle. Once you get more used to the fight and you know who needs to take the tethers and you like math that out in advance, then you will stack that group inside the boss's hitbox, like under his cape.
Okay.
So for example, in the scenario we just saw, tank healers are responsible for tethers, so we know that we want them to be closest to the tethers afterwards. So technically, we should have stacked tank healers on the cape of the boss, at his leg, and then the DPS would walk into that stack and then move out. But because that requires a lot of thinking, I think generally just stack on the hitbox circle.
Okay.
And yeah, sorry, Fallen. It should have been stack south, like true south. The main tank will have to join you guys because all of the tanks and healers have to group together in order to share your virus. And just make sure that the four of you are like very tightly packed together. No social distancing allowed. We have to share the virus among the four of you. All right, let's try again. Raid line.
Surprise.
Oh, look at that. We got faint too.
And shake it off.
Alright. Here's the first thingamajigger. Oh god, I can't hit the macro. Alright, this is tank healer tether. I need to adjust my UI after this. Alright, this is gonna be tank healer everything, so DPS will stack south. Tank healers move away. Okay, we have a dead guy, it's okay. So now the tanks and healers will need to move into this stack one by one once you see who has the debuff. So melee first, so Evan come in and grab it. So come into the stack and then move out once you have your debuff, and then Fallen needs to go in. Okay, now it's tanks, healer, tethers, so you guys need to stack south of the boss in order to grab the tethers. Sorry, let me adjust my UI. Alright, we're gonna have another big decolation hit. This one does the same damage as the first, so this one's usually much scarier because people have taken damage from the Blood Rake. This is the 2-hit tank buster, you're gonna invuln it.
Why?
So you can normally bloodwitting yourself up here.
Yeah,
So now we're going into the next phase. So you'll see that, he covers all 4 of the arena quadrants, and he'll reveal all of them, and then you need to pull the boss towards blue and red, so this time you're going to be pulling him north. So run north.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I don't know my colors clearly.
So
Oh.
it's going to be blue first, so stay by the wall, and it's going to be healer stack afterwards, so don't be on the blue, but you'll have to move away
Okay.
from the orange afterwards. So move into
Okay.
the blue, and your group 1, group 2 stack. Yeah, that was mostly right. There you go. Yeah, one
That's the
second, let
banger.
me adjust my
Wait a
UI.
minute.
Got some UI element directly over this macro.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
Let me
play with
see.
my UI off.
Okay, cool. Okay, we're good.
And I
So yeah, the blood rake needs to be quicker. We need to move into position a little bit quicker. Sorry, I didn't have the
Right.
macro up for.
No, you're good.
The people who have the like first, like whatever the tether or whatever, they should just go into the boss's hitbox right away.
If you're tethered the second time, you stack south of the boss. If you're tethered the first time, it means the other world has to grab tethers after.
So like that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't that group of people with the first tether should they
You
just stack right
can't
away?
stack because you don't know what the debuff group will be.
Oh,
Because you
okay.
don't want to accidentally share the debuff among the wrong people.
So it's just the second group that stacks.
Second group stacks south of the boss, yes.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, starting countdown.
Give me a second. Sorry.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah, so you saw that the second decollation hits really hard too, so I wouldn't blow everything on the first one. I would save Shake for the second one.
Okay. I'll use Heart Light for the first time.
Alright, here's the first raid line.
What the? Oh, god damn it.
Alright, our first blood rake is coming. So this is going to be DPS tethers. Alright, this is going to be DPS everything, so tank scalers will stack south, DPS get away. Alright, we're gonna have the melee of the group go in first. So I will go in and grab my thing, and then K needs to go in and grab the thing. Then DPS come into the boss, we're gonna grab tethers. Wait for everyone to grab a tether before you move out. Gotta grab a tether, chillin'. Alright. So the second decollation is coming.
Reprise.
Oh,
And then we're gonna need to invuln this tank buster. It's 2 hits. You can stay on the boss. It's fine.
Oh, I just was trying
Just
to
give you
pull the
space.
boss. I was just trying to pull the boss like forward, but yeah.
No worries. All right, that was a tank swap. If you want to center the boss, that would be helpful. Just let Rav have it now. So we're going to Pinax. We're going to need to pull the boss towards the red and the blue once we see it. So this time we're going east towards Bravo. So run to the wall and use your lightning shot to pull the boss. Nice. So that's usually about as far as the boss will stay. So let's see which elements we get. So it's water, it's going to be knockback. I'm going towards the center. Knockback into healer groups. So don't be on red at the end of this. We're going to get knocked back into our healer groups. Remember, 1 is towards the boss, 2 is by the wall. Not bad.
I fucked up.
So easterly shift, we got to go back to the east. It's going to be lightning into cape, so get to the wall, use your anti-knockbacks. Lightning is killer here, yeah. And then we're going to get spread. This is going to be spread. We have like 10 seconds, so don't fret. It's a ton of time, so that was spread. And then here is the end of the first Pinax, so you'll have the other tank buster here. So basically you've
Who's
seen
it
what
gonna
Pinax
be?
is like.
There it is.
kill
And
him!
it's the other.
And
Oh,
so
no.
now he's going to tether 3 of the quadrants. So you see that water is the one that's not tethered. So we'll have to remember that for later, because that's going to be the safe quadrant.
Right.
But basically, that was Pinax. It's just like the quadrant you go to can change. The elements he chooses are different. The shift he does is different, and he also does caper sword. So there's a lot of variation. But like once you understand how each of the individual components work, you can piece it together and then put it all together. So you're getting confused. Okay. What is the confusing part? Assigned places.
I think
Not really.
the way that I like kind of remember it is that it's like the tether is 1-2, but it's like 2-1 for what the tether's mechanic is in order. Because like the second tether is for the virus, and then the first one is for the actual tethers.
Once we have the debuff and we have the tethers, like we're inside the box and we grab the tethers,
Yeah.
we could set specific spread positions. It's not necessary. But before that, there aren't really set positions. You just want to not be touching anyone else unless you're the roll that's stacked up. And then you'll just go in and grab tethers if needed. The first rake is the group that needs the virus. No, that's the second blood rake. The first group is the... Oh, I see. Okay, so the two rolls that he chooses are random. So in the scenario we just saw, DPS had to do both tether and virus. But the previous poll, tanks healers had to do tethers, but DPS had to do virus. So it's not set. It's not always the other roll. So I don't understand the set positions. Okay, yeah, we can just try playing again. I think probably just seeing it more. Does anyone have questions about Pinax, about where to be for that? I think Rav died from just damage because there's a lot of damage going out during Pinax. You may need to use some cooldowns to.
During Pinax, no, I think I screwed something up. Sorry.
For the knockback in the stack, should we have like group 1 and group 2 get knocked back in different directions so we don't have to worry about running over? Or do you have enough time?
You have a little bit of time. You got to be quick about it.
Okay.
So like group 2 just needs to be good about staying at the wall, especially the healer because the stack is on the healer. Group 1 can also choose to knock back invuln if that's something that they want to do. I prefer knockback invulning on the second half of Pinax, regardless of what it is. But
All right.
Yeah.
I just gotta keep doing it. Just gotta.
Yeah.
it's
It's just
one of
gonna
those
take
things.
some experiencing it for sure.
Food.
Luckily, that's what we got. I got the macros, so you can check chat if you're confused.
Me just unga boonga. Must.
Yeah, me.
Uh,
Must fell cleave.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try not saying which role is tethered and just say which role has to do the mechanic.
Yeah. Must cast blood wedding.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, first raid line. Alright, first blood rake. DPS will be responsible for tethers. Alright, second blood rake incoming. Tanks and healers debuff, so DPS stack south of the boss. DPS will grab tethers afterwards as well. DPS stack up. So we'll have the melee grab the tether first, so that is, I think, main tank, Evan. Evan, come grab your debuff, and then Papa Sean will come grab it afterwards. Alright, Papa, come in. Evan, get out. Evan, get out. Alright, DPS move in for tethers, tanks and healers move south. This is DPS tethers, tanks and healers move out.
Battle? Oh, didn't help me.
Yeah, that hurts a lot. Just info miss, it's 2 hits.
Alright, healer LB. 3.
Alright, 1 sec.
Got it.
It's almost there.
Let's
Okay,
hit him a couple
so
more times.
now we'll be into Pinax. So as tank here, normally I'll use my 30% rake now, basically after the tank buster, because the autos hit a ton, and then I'll use my 20% during the Pinax.
North.
Okay, so let's see where we're at. It's going to be scuffed with deaths, but it's going to be water knockback, so I would go towards the center. Knockback can just spread this time, so think about where you need to be at your spread position and get knocked back towards your spread. Spread, spread, spread.
Nice.
Not terrible. Head towards the center. Alright, it's westerly ship, so party will need to go over to, what is this, Delta, and it's lightning, so you have to go to the wall, followed by Cape, which is a big knock.
Generally, you want to use, I assume, for that one, you want to use your...
The knockback community.
Yeah. Or if you pre-position by the wall, you can pre-position by the wall and then stand in front so that the knockback knocks you across the arena. But yeah, I would save my knockback invul for the second part like that. Okay, that was better. The roll call was mostly good. Just try to remember what role is doing what for the tethers. So in that case, it looks like DPS are doing tethers. So tanks and healers, once you grab your debuff, you could have stayed south instead of going back north to give DPS enough space to grab the tethers and spread out.
Okay.
We just have to be quick about all of those movements. So like if DPS need to grab tethers, then they need to grab them, and then once all 4 players have it, then we can move out. I would recommend staying at the boss's butt until you're sure all 4 players have it, because if you move out early, someone else could be still coming in to grab a tether, they might grab yours, and then all of a sudden you don't have a tether anymore. Same thing as p4s. Yeah, it'll just take some pulse to get used to. I understood Pinax before I understood Blood Rake. It took me like 3 weeks to understand Blood Rake. Alright, Haley. Alright, first Blood Rake. Tanks and healers will be doing tethers. Alright, second Blood Rake. Tanks and healers are doing everything. So DPS will stack south of the boss.
That's what I love to see.
And we'll have the melee go in first, so let's see. Rav first. Rav, come into the pile, grab your debuff and move out. And then fall in. Tanks and healers grab tethers, tanks and healers grab tethers. Grab your tethers and move out. Hey, nice job.
Nice.
Alright, big heals here. This is going to do some damage.
Oh.
I think it's like 40k mitigated, so it's pretty big. Nice. Alright, so we're going to have the 2-hit tank buster here.
I move my camera and I see your eyes glowing red.
Alright, so then Rab, you can provoke. And here's where I would use my 30% cooldown. Alright, remember we're doing Pinax, so you're going to need to find where the red and blue are and pull the boss immediately to that corner. Or the cardinal, sorry. Alright, we're going north again. Okay, let's see which elements we get.
And then
It's blue, so stay by the wall. It's going to be healer groups afterwards, so don't be in blue. Wait for blue to go off, move immediately into the red, and then healer 1, 2, and stack. Ah, I see. There's one thing I forgot to explain. Alright, we're going west towards Delta. It's double knockback. Use your knockbacks now. Double knockbacks. Double knockbacks. And it's going to be spread afterwards. So now we'll spread.
goodbye.
Nice. So, I failed to mention an important thing about Pinax. The square that is indicating the mechanic will also be unsafe. So in that case, the first thing we saw was lightning, right? So not only did we have to be at the wall, you cannot be in the lightning square because that's an instant death. And then we also saw that after the lightning was fire, the healer stack, right? So afterwards, the fire square was also dangerous. So the movement there is we stay by the wall in the fire square because lightning is going off first. And as soon as you see the lightning go off, you need to move into the lightning square and then spread out with your 1 and 2 healer groups. So the movement has to be pretty quick. The one healer needs to be quick about moving across and then through towards the center. And then the 2 healer needs to just move into the safe square and then just stay there by the wall. Yes, no squares. But it looked like we did roll call perfectly fine. That was a good job.
That was clean.
Yeah.
No, we gotta wait a whole minute till my weakness goes
We ain't
away.
waiting for shit.
For shit.
But I'm gonna be doing 25%, or
No.
25% less strength, dex, intelligence, and mind.
I don't give a fuck. No one told you to walk into those fights.
You're about to get 25%
He did.
of my foot up your
Austin.
ass. There we go. Got him.
Only 25.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, you can die again and do.
I didn't bring
I use my
Still
30.
miss.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my immunity.
Alright, red one.
With a big toe on me.
Alright, first blood rake is coming up. This is gonna be tank healer tether. Alright. Tank healers, everything again. DPS will stack south of the boss. Alright, let's let the melee grab first. It's going to be Rav. Rav, come in and grab your debuff. And then Fallen, come in and grab your debuff. Tank healer, tethers. Tank healer, grab tethers. Remember, I recommend everyone being in to grab tether before you move out.
Yeah, in case somebody like snacks just one.
Yeah. So good adjust that time. Nice. Alright, Tank Buster is coming up. Remember to in-roll, and then Rav will provoke. Rav can provoke. Alright, we're into Pinax. We're going to be looking to go between the blue and the red squares. Like we're going west towards Delta. I might use my 20% once I see the element. Alright, it's water. I'm going to the center. Knock back into healer stacks. So remember, group 1 is close to the boss, group 2 is by the wall. Go to your groups. Remember, fire is bad.
Oh,
Alright, west. We're going back to Delta. This is use your anti-knockback. Stay at the wall. Anti-knockbacks. Stay at the wall. Stay at the wall.
Where am I?
Oh, okay.
Alright, this is going to be
Yeah,
spread afterwards.
I thought I could be bold. Never mind.
Where did you die?
I got knocked back.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the just get knocked back straight, but clearly that won't work. So. Yep.
Knockback by the cape.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go to the.
Fuck.
He just said no. Fucked you up.
I had
You
my
mean
blood
knock
wedding
the cape?
and my inner release stuff. I was so ready. Just like
Yeah, that's weird. Then don't you have to go get knocked back like towards the middle if you're gonna get knocked back by it?
Yeah, and I tried to do that and it didn't work, so I'm not gonna do that anymore.
That's it. I have 25% more strength than last time.
Yeah, we all know summoners rely on that main importance at
It's that
strength.
book slap.
True. Yeah.
Book slap strength.
not accuracy.
I love how Sage's auto attack is just like a little slap, like a little punch.
Is it? Oh, I
Yeah.
guess it'd be weird with the new lists. Alright, first blood rake. It's gonna be tank healer tethers. Yeah, tank healers, you're used to grabbing those tethers, huh? Give you a lot of practice on that.
Fine by me, I need it.
Alright, second blood rake. Again, tanks healers do everything. So DPS will stack south of the boss.
That's too good. The boss was like, our DPS already doesn't have to do that many mechanics.
Okay, let's see who needs
We got you.
Rav come in. Rav, and then move out, and then Papa will grab it. Okay, Papa in. Alright, tanks healers grab tethers. So be south of the boss, so grab all of the tethers before you move out. Oh, that worked somehow?
Nice.
Okay. Alright, and the raid line. So Ravel, I would recommend that you and Evan just stay close to the boss, maybe at 1 and 2. And then the healers can just spread out wherever. Invuln the tank buster. Okay, provoke. Alright, we're into Pinax. We're gonna be going towards the red and the blue. We're going south this time. Come south to Charlie. Alright, let's see which elements we get. It's gonna be lightning. We stay by the wall. Followed by spread. The two range players can pre-spread along the western wall. Oh, remember lightning is bad. Spread, spread, spread.
Oh, I nuked you. My bad.
Alright, we'll go east towards
That was
Bravo.
on me. I thought we had more time.
Use your knockbacks now.
Oh shit! Popped it too late. God damn it.
You know what I have to say?
Steve,
You know what I have to say to that?
Go on.
Oh, sorry.
I don't even know what killed me. I don't know if I got clipped or
meow. Just meow. You've cleared this fight and you dropped the puddle on me. Meow.
Hey, hey.
Classic.
I'm rest. You
Meow.
know it. Wait, hold on. Let me cancel the countdown. I want to talk about that scenario that we just saw.
Okay. Oh,
So it was lightning into spread. So that was the first time we had to do the spread, which means that was the first time we had to use these way markers, right? So in the scenario we just saw, the no square, the blue one was to the east, or sorry, to our right, because it's relative, right? Because we might be like north or something, right? So
Oh!
and then the red square, the fire square was to our left. So when I say that we can pre-position, that means that the people, the ranged players, can move into their spots on the red square.
I get it now.
If it had been reversed, if the lightning had been on the left and the red stuff had been on the right, the two ranged players should have moved to the right.
Yeah.
Still relative to where you guys were. So purple would still take the right,
So,
and then Shadow will take the wall on the right.
That's why we're on the like the red and blue is so we can always go here if it's blue. We can always get ready to go over here.
Yes.
Because the square will always be safe, technically.
Yeah, one of the squares will always be safe. Yeah. So that's why we do the red and the blue. So
that makes so much sense now.
That closes 3 range players. So the 2 range. So when I say pre-position, that means specifically the 2 range players and the healer that's on that side. So let's talk about the healer part then. So in most groups, I would say that the healers do not mirror, meaning that Papa Shine will always be the one to go to the left, and then Fallen will always be the one that goes to the right. But you guys can choose to swap if you want. If you find it easier to say like, hey, I'm on the side with the range, I'm always going to go to the side with the range, that kind of thing. You guys can agree to do it that way. And I think melees, generally, we don't swap. We always have... so in this case, Miati is always going to the west, and then Kane is always going to the east. Or not, sorry, left and right. I don't mean east and west in that way. But yeah, so I think for healers, you guys should, for now, I guess, just don't mirror. So Papa will always go left, Fallen will always go to the right. And then you guys will need to just wait it out if the lightning is on your respective side. And then once the lightning goes off, then you'll need to just move to the side, into the lightning square. Okay, yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Alright.
Hopefully we get different blood breaks this time. I want to see how we do with other people getting the rolls.
My mind has expanded.
How does shift work if the takes place with your side? So on melees, it's a little bit tricky. You can try to adjust if it's the second one. Wait, do we need to cancel?
Shit, sorry.
Oh,
Are we canceling?
too late.
Okay, let's cancel. Let's wait. Let's wait.
My
I figured if we're gonna explain something.
So for the melees, there's basically 2 options. If it's the first one and there's like not a lot of time to move, it's going to require that if it's danger on your side, which I guess it will never be on the first one, will it? No, well, it might. You'll need to move into the... Wait, hold on. The first one will never be super danger, right? Because we're on the lightning... Yeah, okay. So on the first one, you should be able to move into the lightning square after it's gone off. If it happens on the second half of a pin axe, then what you'll need to do is you'll need to either be under the boss, like dead center, and then the other 3 melee will need to be like max melee of the boss. Because you have like, 10 seconds to move into that kind of position. So you can try that, or you'll need to like just adjust and like squeeze somebody else and try to fit 4 people along like half of the boss's hitbox. Most groups I see, they put the person whose side is danger under the boss. Oh, and then Rav. So you saw that on that annoying lightning into spread, it is the hardest job for the tank that runs in on that mechanic because you have 3 other players that you're trying to not clip.
Yeah.
I recommend anytime it's lightning for the first one to use sprint. So if it's lightning into healer stack, I also recommend using sprint for the group that runs in. But specifically for lightning into spread, you should try to use sprint so that you can try to clear everyone else. And then we'll try to not cover the inside of the boss's hitbox if possible.
Okay.
Your other option is also using anti-knockback so that you stay in the center, but that just means that you won't have it for the second half and you'll have to, play it a little bit differently in case it's cape. It's up to you.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't process that right there.
That's fine. Just I'll tell you to pop sprint.
Yeah, thanks. I'll try and relearn that next week, ideally.
Alright, I think I'm good. think we are good.
I actually need to go take my fish out on a walk.
My
Okay.
fish just drowned. Sorry, guys. I gotta go.
Yeah. Probably because you weren't giving him enough exercise. You gotta take him out on walks.
Damn, I'll remember that for the next fish.
He sounds like a pile of dead fish in a room.
Oh no.
I'll get him next time. I'm not gonna lie, I love all the archer attacks.
Oh god.
Yeah, barred ones.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Alright, first blood rake. DPS will grab tethers this time.
Hey.
Nice. Alright, second blood rake. DPS do
Hey.
everything. Tanks and healers stack south of the boss. Remember to stack clip tightly together.
Melee and
And then-
then ranged, right?
Yep, melee and range. Yep.
Okay.
So looks like Kane should go first, and then Popo will grab,
Right.
and then DPS will come in and grab tethers. DPS grab tethers.
Oh, I already got
Wait for everyone to be in before
Oh,
you
you
grab.
can, yeah.
Yes, that's why we need to wait
Yeah,
for everyone
yeah,
to
yeah.
be
It's okay, I'll run away.
in. Nice.
Yeah, I
big
get-
skills. Yeah, it's not sufficient that you have it right now. Someone else will come and grab yours. Alright, 2-hit tank buster. You can
Yeah,
roll
I
it.
was like, I trapped this dude from getting a tether.
Alright. Rav can provoke. Nice. Good job adjusting to that new version of Blood Rake that we hadn't seen before.
Word.
Yeah. Ah,
Now we need some variations where like one roll does one thing and the other roll does the other. Alright, we're
Yeah.
going west to Delta.
sorry.
Alright, the boss is not coming. Hopefully he's not landing. Alright, it's
Knockback?
knockback. I'm staying at the center. Knockback into healer groups. Remember, do not be on red when it goes off. Find our groups. Nice.
Nice.
So we're going back to the center here. Southerly shift. We're going down to Charlie. Anti-knockback. Stay at the wall. Charlie.
Oh, shoot!
Anti-knockback.
I'm dead.
Alright, now this one's going to be spread. So you'll need to pull the boss a little bit. Remember, your spread position is center Rav.
If
Oh, okay. Sorry. Duh. Okay. That's my bad.
so, if I can't make it back there, is it fine if I just do the mechanic, but
It
like on the
depends.
different edge?
If it is cape, yes.
Yeah.
If it is sword, you will take a ton of damage and get a damage down.
Okay.
Because he'll slash across the arena, right?
Yeah, it's just like everything but the edges.
I'm
Happens
sorry,
in the
guys.
middle of the
I'm gonna have
sequence of
to call it here.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
All right. I'll probably hang out and chat, and if someone wants to throw up a stream, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have one
See how much I can pay attention to it. Oh yeah. That's right.
here.
No, you posted it on your Facebook. So I'll just go to the link that you have through Facebook.
Wait, if
It's
everybody
capturing all of
streams,
our audio.
if everybody streams, you can look at all POVs at once.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I don't know if the one in Discord will work too, because I just threw that up as well, but. God damn it, guys!
We we
I
used
mean,
to
there's
do
the
this.
community view, right? You could like watch all of them.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell us if we're doing something wrong.
I mean,
We used to do this in Escape to Tarkov. We just had one
I'm
player
not
in the
gonna lie,
center
I'm not gonna be able to
and
tell
you're
you
just like
shit.
watching us.
Just well and truly, cause yeah, 'cause of course it starts raining right the fuck now. I'm gonna see if it just is a bit of a sun shower, but I'm probably gonna go smoke, cause that's what I've been using to fucking tolerate all this shit. Cause holy good god, if it weren't for that, I'd be dying. But I digress. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck I was. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Yeah, the if it weren't for Popo calling shit out yesterday, I would have been fucked because I was high when we were running that because I had to be.
I mean,
For the pain.
we did good with bootleg.
Yeah. You guys were calling out all the tank busters too.
Yeah.
Evan was calling them out.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yo, I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah.
Don't just rely on me. I'm not.
I got It's like, it's sometimes I'll know what to do too, but if I don't like hear someone say it out loud or me say it out loud, then I don't do it.
yeah, I know.
I think I'll be like, all right, I gotta go northwest so DPS can have uptime, and then it starts, and then I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna run over here, something like that. Either that or like chat macros; those are really nice too.
Are there any voice channels that they can join?
Who?
Oh, if
Do they
I need
a
to,
specific
if I
role?
need to, if I need to step out because of count, then I'll do that.
No, I think everything's just like role locked. I'm not sure who can access what.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's roll locked. I also have access to changing whatever too, so they can.
I think I gave them the right role.
Oh, fuck.
Roll locked. Only summoners are allowed in here.
Oh my god.
Sorry, guys. You guys gotta leave.
Anyways,
Oh. Hell yeah! Join the club.
Hello.
I kinda miss my double dot summoner sometimes.
We did it.
word.
You got a dark knight.
All right. Already check us. Make sure you're repaired, I guess.
Oh,
Are they
shit, my
invoiced? They're
gear
not
is all
invoiced.
almost broken. Holy shit.
I'll be back in a little while.
Alright. Be safe.
Take care.
Yep. Good luck with your stuff.
Shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I would have died one more time, some of my gear would have busted. It would have been funny. I mean, luckily I can just repair.
That moment when you look in the fucking party list and see you have 10k health. It's like, what?
Yo, I was in p4s prog group. I don't know, a couple months back, and we made it to phase 2. And then there was lots of dying because we're progging, and then we see that one dude just like repeatedly dies to the raid wise. We couldn't figure out why, and then we looked at his health, and he only has like 10k health. And we're like, oh shit, what happened to your gear? And then he looks like it's all broken.
Yeah, we had one member, same thing. He was a Reaper player and he was super high the entire time we were playing. He just kept dying. He was like, I don't get it. He's getting hella frustrated. We just look at his gear. It's like, bro, you didn't fix your gear. What the fuck?
Oh yeah, we did have a friend who we were in Puppet's Bunker. Same thing happened with her too. Like she was on.
Why is somebody living?
She's on Summoner, I think, and we were on Final Boss, and like, yeah, she couldn't survive raid wides or nothing. It was just like,
You telling me you survive raid wides? Can't be me.
couldn't
Absolute
be me.
summoner moment.
So, Fellmouse, have you been in this fight before? Or are you completely fresh?
I've been, but I haven't done it on this account yet.
Have you seen Pinax? Have you seen Bloodrake? Those kinds of things?
Yeah, but it's been like a month since I've been in this fight.
Okay, no worries. I'm basically calling out everything. Let me know if you need any refreshers on stuff. I think what we're going to have is we're going to have Eben, our warrior, be our main tank for the non-Pinax phases. So after the tank buster at the start, you will provoke, and you will be the main tank for Pinax. So if you can take the alpha spot for the spreads,
Okay.
and then Evan will stay by the wall. Yep. And so that also means that our healers, I think Fallen was number 1 healer, and then Papa was number 2 healer. So we'll have we'll have number 2 by the wall, and number 1 will go in. So I think Fel, you will be in with. Oops, I marked him wrong. Fel, you will be in with the number 1 healer.
Okay.
So bad at marking people. Okay, there we go.
I don't think your Gracious gonna save this dude.
No, I got you.
Touching my shoulder. If you do /lean, you can like get in there.
Oh, he escaped the encounter! He's gonna just walk up the stairs and go to p4s.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Tell us how it is.
All right, we can probably just do some polls and we'll see what we need to explain to get people caught up.
I can't wait to get to the bubbles.
The orbs.
It's supposed to be modeled after Dracula's castle, right? This whole room.
It feels like it.
It totally
I
should.
want to suck your blood.
I mean, he looks like Dracula.
You know, I wish this was my house. I would love to live in a place like this.
I think it'd be really cold.
Oh
True.
yeah.
Fine.
And evil.
I mean,
And it's like, isn't it also in like, it's like in limbo, right? So
Yeah.
It's like the spirits, the damned, like probably trying to mess with you all the time.
Dude, you just have a bunch of guests you could have.
I mean, I already have my
Also,
air conditioner really high.
gonna eat some food.
And my bedroom's already like a morgue, so it's fine.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that's like, so you're ready for the spirits of the damned because you're air conditioner.
Well, that too.
Oh, okay.
Training.
First raid win. Thanks for the Benny. All right, first blood rake. It's gonna be DPS tether.
What?
Second blood rake. Alright, DPS will do everything. Tanks hither stack south of the boss.
I came here just for the music. I don't even care about the gear.
That's weird.
So we'll have a melee move in first. Oop, was trying to like creep over them. Who's the melee? Oh, so it's both range, so you guys just pick. Purple go in first,
Yoink!
and then Bard in. Alright, DPS tethers. Nice job.
Easy
Why?
peasy.
Where did I... What?
Wow. I thought you were supposed to be a tank.
Oh, this-
Okay, this is the star, so Fel, you'll need to infiltrate. Just go north and infiltrate. We don't have Benny, but we can hard heal. Or I think you can just like DPS through it.
Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Dark Knight, that's crazy. Alright, so we're into Pinax. So, Fel, you'll need to pull the boss in between the blue and the red squares.
Okay.
Around the cardinals.
Got you. Zelda.
North. Just go north, and then just use your unmanned. Yeah, just like, make sure he follows you. Nice. Okay. So now we're gonna see which 2 elements we get. It is lightning, so we're gonna stay by the wall. And then we're gonna cross over for healer groups, so stay by the wall. Alright, cross over. Group 1, group 2 heals. Group 1, group 2. Alright.
Oh,
You
gotta be quicker than that.
For that, yep. Just, we gotta go to Charlie. It's double knockback. I'm popping my knockback now, which means I can stay here and just punch the boss a lot. And then afterwards, it's gonna be spread. So I would, go to my spread position.
Doing the whole raid by himself.
I didn't see how Eben died.
I
Was
didn't.
debuffs messed up, or did you guys have a tether? It must have been debuffs, right? Because if you had a tether, you would have killed the whole Tanks and Healers group. Yeah, I think the debuff got messed up somehow.
So like right when lightning goes, group 1 should just like start running.
Yes. Yeah, so the movement has to be very quick there. I guess I can start calling you sprint, group 1, you sprint for that. But otherwise, you'll just have to get used to the timing. And as soon as you see like the lightning go off, you'll need to cross over. Sorry, yeah, the lightning go off. You'll need to cross over into lightning off of fire, and then also away from the group 2 stack. That time, I think it was just a little bit slow on the movement, so then the two groups overlapped. I had virus until I made sure. Yep. Yeah, so let's try to do this. Let's try to have the row that's responsible for tethers stay south, so that we all grab the tethers. And once we're confident we all have them, then we can spread out.
All right.
All right, let's go again. One of these days, we'll have roles do opposite things. And then all hell will break loose. No one will know what to do.
So much chaos.
I'm
and destruction.
slowly getting my stuff up because I want to try doing different roles for some of this content.
That's why I have different characters.
Yeah, my other one is going to be like a tank healer main.
I'm too scared to heal.
Dude, I'm so stressed all the time.
Healing is fun.
I hear healers, people be like, tank's scarier, but whenever I play healer, I'm always just stressed out. I'm like, please don't die. Please don't die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Alright, so tank healer tethers. Second blood rake, tank healer everything. The DPS will stack south, healers are out. Let's stack
Also,
tank.
like, yeah, I've been enjoying like paladin and warrior a lot.
So we'll have the melee come in and grab first. So that looks like it's Eben. Eben grab first, and then it'll be Fallen. I move out Eben so that Fallen can grab. Alright. Tank healer tethers, tank healer tethers. Nice, spread out. Nice job. Let's get some healing before this decolation. It really hurts. Alright, 2-hit tank buster, just invuln through it. And then after the 2 hits fell, you can provoke.
I already provoked.
It's okay. No one's dead, we're good.
Uh,
Here, have a mantra. Alright, so you'll be taking the boss for Pinax. Again, we're gonna look for the blue and the red. You're gonna pull the boss in between those. So we're in north again. Go north. Alright, let's see which 2 elements we get. It's water. I'm going into the center. That's gonna be the knockback. Knockback into healer groups. Remember, don't be on red when this resolves. 1 will need to move back in. 2 will stay by the wall. Not bad.
Nice.
Alright, let's see where the shift takes us. We are going south. Go south to Charlie. Go to the wall. Anti-knockbacks now. Go to the wall. Anti-knockbacks. 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 It's going to be spread afterwards. You have like 10 seconds to spread. Feel free to take as much time as you want. Phil, you'll need to move in a little bit. Yeah.
And then, yeah, since for that, range would swap what side we're on, right? We would go to water instead of
Yellow.
Oh, this is
yeah, this.
Okay, so now we are into the next phase. So which one of these is not tethered? It is lightning, so I would click my lightning button. And it says lightning will be safe. Then
Thank you for
that's
the
that.
res.
That spread is kind of yellow because it's the second one that happens, so it has, like I said, it's like 10 seconds in order to dodge it. You guys can really just go wherever. Since it happened that we were on the poison side, I would say that, the range players can just move literally in any of the other quadrants. Like, the rest of the arena is totally up to you. You can go way far away if you want. There's not a ton of damage after, just don't overlap your circles. Because there's the tank buster, and then he does blood rake, and that's the thing that'll hurt. So you have like a ton of time to move. Yeah, it's just you have to read the shift early, after the first half of Pinax, so that you can move to the correct cardinal to dodge in case it's lightning. But we did good on the first part. No one died. Good job.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Fel. Since we have a warrior and warrior is busted in this raid tier, Eben can invuln both the first and the third tank buster, and then Fel, you'll just invuln the second tank buster.
Okay.
So you can wait for both of the 2 hits on the tank busters, and then you can provoke after.
Okay.
All right, we can go again. Stints check. Cardia check.
Food check.
Be careful about tank stance. Making good progress. Pinax is just going to take a lot of pulls to get it under your belt to understand like the different combinations, the one you have to do for each of them. It's definitely still the killer in PF, even in clear parties, so don't feel too bad. Alright, first blood drink.
I feel like the hard part is the having to focus on like the knockback part with the cape while doing the mix.
Alright, so it's DPS is going to be responsible for tethers. Second blood rake. DPS is going to be responsible for both. So tanks and healers will stack up south. Alright, stack tight. DPS will go in one at a time. We'll send our melee in first. Ooh, Popo, you don't want to walk through me like that?
Yeah.
Okay, Shilin will go in. DPS will grab tethers. DPS grab tethers. DPS grab tethers. Alright, spread out. Nice job. Alright, let's heal up for the decolation. Perfect job. Alright, 2-hit tank buster, make sure you hit on. Okay, now Fel can take over. Alright, we're into Pinax. Let's look for the blue and the red and move to that cardinal. We are going north again, north towards Alpha, Alright, let's see which elements we get. This time it's lightning, so stay by the wall. Into spread, range can pre-spread all along the left. Alright, spread. Eben, you're at the wall. Alright, go north, back towards Alpha. It's double knockback. Use your anti-knockbacks now. Anti-knockback, anti-knockback.
So should I just not move?
Stack.
Perfect, yeah. And then it's spread. Oh, sorry, this is healer stack. Sorry, this is healer stack. It's going to be a little awkward because we have not enough players up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean your spot is south of the boss, so you'll just stand at the butt. If the boss moves in, you can move towards the boss, but don't come too far into the hitbox because there may be a person under. Just be south of the boss and just come with the boss if you need.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
So after knockback, since he's on the edge, one's gonna stay on him, and then 2 would run towards the middle.
No, you would have 2. It's the 1 and 2 is not boss relative, so you would always have 2 along the wall, and then 1 into the arena.
Okay. I don't know if that's if it was like that since he's like all the way over here or not, but okay.
Yeah.
Quick question, so I'm not overthinking. So
Mhm.
south relative to the boss, or like just literally wherever he's facing behind him? For the
So
spread?
your position is if I don't know, like it doesn't matter where the boss is facing, right? Your job is to stay closest to the wall in this diamond formation. But if the boss is pulled out of your attack range, you can move in to stay in attack range. If that's clear.
See it again. I think I get it. I just gotta
Just
make sure I'm
stay at the wall. Just stay at the wall. Just stay at the wall. Don't move off the wall.
Okay.
Trust the wall. Just don't touch this wall.
And just know that there will be people who are flanking to the left, 45 degrees, people who are flanking right, 45 degrees, and then people who are running like directly north of you or in front of you, whatever you want to think of it as. Yeah, especially while we're progging, I think it's useful to not overlap the spread circles, because if you overlap spread, that's instant death for the people who are overlapped. But if you miss a GCD, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to post this in, I guess, general communication. Yeah. So this is the PF strat page, the one that Aether PF uses. So whenever you see PF refer to something like pastebin, this is the page that they're referring to.
Okay.
And they've got pretty good diagrams and stuff to help explain all of the mechanics, both phase 1 and phase 2. So if you're ever confused, you can refer to this page and have it
I already had that open, to be
reflect
honest.
things. Yeah. Hello.
I also see that there's 2 different orb strats for
Yes. So my static doesn't use either one. Well,
Oh my
sort of.
goodness.
So we do the movements of pastebin orbs, but
Yeah.
we have it set up so that the DPS don't need to care about what their debuff is.
Mhm.
PF will do pastebin orbs, not static orbs. If you want, you can learn both. Nice.
That sounds good. I'm assuming they're gonna mostly use pastebin. That's what I always see.
Yeah, PF is going to be pastebin all.
It does look like static would be a little less confusing for people if people mess up like reading stuff.
Yeah, my group actually does the rain summer orbs, which is, it's basically the pastebin ones, but they're rotated. The rotation doesn't matter, but the important part is that you alternate tanks and healers. That way, the DPS will grab one tank orb and one healer orb, and it doesn't matter which which role debuff that they get. Whereas if you do pastebin orbs, you see that it's tank healer.
Yeah.
Which means the DPS need to set up as tank healer. Who else is not ready?
Fallen.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm ready. Cool. Let's go. I was
That's
in lava.
musical.
It'd be like that.
Oh no. Those the Tarus.
Oh yeah, you're playing 11 now. Alright, read mine.
Oh, I love you so
Alright, first blood rake. Tanks and healers will grab tethers.
I was running around like a headless chicken the first 2 days I played it. Then I figured out what to do.
Alright, second blood rake. Alright, tanks and healers do everything. DPS will stack south. DPS, let's stack tight.
Yep. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Shilin, can you move in a little bit? Alright, have the melee pick up first. Evan, come in and grab. And then move out, and then Papa will grab in. Alright, tanks and healers grab tethers. Tanks and healers.
What?
Nice job. Alright, raid one here. This one's gonna hurt.
Battle.
Alright, next up will be the tank buster. So Evan, you'll invul in both hits. Alright, Fel, you can provoke. Alright, so we're into pin X. We're going to look for the blue and the red, and we're going to move towards that cardinal position. It is south this time. Come south to Charlie. Pretty good. Let's see which elements we get. It's going to be water. I'm moving in for the knockback into light parties. So remember, healer 1 is going to be in, healer 2 is by the wall. No one should be on red. Get out of red. Nice job. Alright, let's see where the shift takes us. We're going south. Stay south. Stay at the wall. Knock back invulns. Knock back invulns. And it's going to be spread afterwards. You can start thinking about your spread if you want.
Uh-oh!
So Fel, you'll normally pull the boss out a little bit. That way it gives people a little bit more space. Alright, try to send in the boss if you can. This is the 2-hit tank buster. You can stay on the hitbox if you want for some more time. So remember, you'll need to invuln both hits, and then try to send in the boss immediately after.
Oh shit, I voted really sorry.
Alright, so which one of these is safe? It's going to be poison, so poison will be safe. Let's center the boss if we can. Just go ahead and use your range skill, just trying to get the boss centered and then facing north. Okay, so we're into a mechanic called orbs. So we briefly discussed this just now, but no one knows exactly what we're doing, so we're just going to have to YOLO it. Basically, you're going to have the tanks in north and northeast, and then the 2 healers will take northwest and west.
And then acting tank would be here. Like,
Fallen, you'll be on waymarker 1. Yeah, so Popo, you and I are acting tank this time, so we'll be going across. So this is a blood rake, it's going to hurt. We're going to need to mitigate this a little bit. And the movement is going to be, you're going to rotate clockwise, or sorry, anti-clockwise to the cardinal, and then go across with your partner. So we're going to, oh, there's 3 orbs.
We're going to go north.
Yeah, you and I are going to go north. We're going to pop this together.
You got 3 of them on you. And then we grab the healer orbs, right?
And then we rotate clockwise and we're going to pop this other orb. And then we go to whichever quadrant was safe. I forgot to say which one it was, but I think it was water. Oh, it was poison. It was poison.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I just had the thing. I had the thing in front of me, so I just looked at it to see where I was supposed to stand.
Okay, so since we saw orbs that time, let's go ahead and talk about orb phase. So good job on Pinax. I'm going to remove the waymarkers here. I'm going to throw one waymarker so we can discuss where we stand. So let's have the main tank stand north, and then we'll have the off tank stand at northeast. So in this case, Ebony will be the main tank at this point. Fel, you'll be, yep, good job. And then the 2 healers can be at northwest and west. So you guys can assign those positions now if you want. Those will be static. So for everyone else, if you see, we have our tank pair in the north and northeast, and we have our healer pair marked as 1 and 2 in the west and northwest. So the way it's going to work is the 4 DPS need to see which debuff we get. It's going to say acting tank or acting healer. It's going to be fairly obvious which one you get. Acting tank is like a blue shield, acting healer is like a green plus symbol. So if you get acting tank, you'll need to stand opposite the tanks, which will be south and southwest. If you get acting healer, you'll need to stand opposite the healers, which will be east or southeast. So let's pretend that Popo and me are acting tank, and then we'll pretend that Kane and then Shellen are acting healer. So Shellen will take southeast in this scenario. And then let's talk about the movement. So the way it's going to work is we're all going to need to go across to the opposite side to pop the opposite row orbs, and then we'll rotate clockwise as a pair. So I like to think of assigning pairs first. So people who are on the intercardinals, move 1 spot counterclockwise to meet your cardinal pair. So do that now. So you'll match with someone who is the same type as you. So Evan, you're staying north, but Fel would move on to you, and then Fallen would move on to Papa. So we'll have people we'll have 4 pairs, and they're each on the cardinals. So these are the pairs that we'll be popping orbs with. And the movement is going to be, these pairs will move directly across the arena. So let's do that now. So move directly across.
I posted a GIF in Vincent's threads also, if that helps anybody, like having it visualized.
Cool. I'm not sure who has access to it, but yeah.
Okay.
So you'll move directly across, and then you'll pop that orb immediately. And generally, you'll have the ranged person pop it, but since tanks and healers are kind of jank, you'll have to just kind of both go for it. I would say, Eben, in your group, you should not pop it. You should let the off tank pop, because the boss will move with you. So you kind of just want to stay max melee, and then Fel should be the one to pop the orb in your group. Because if you move too much, then the boss will like come south with you, kind of thing. So after we pop this first orb, we're gonna need to receive a little bit of healing. I don't know what the healer cooldown should be at this phase. I assume Panheima is great for this. I don't know if people are using Lulibell for this. You guys will need to just YOLO and figure out what the healing is required during this phase. And the rest of us should also be using our self-heals and mitigations as well. So Rune of Earth, Radiant Aegis, Second Wind, all of those things we should be using on our own. So once we pop this first orb on the Cardinal, we will rotate in our pairs clockwise 1 to pop the intercardinal 1. So remember, we'll move across the arena with our partner, pop the first orb immediately, receive some healing, and then rotate clockwise, pop the other orb. And immediately after that, we'll need to move into the safe quadrant, whichever one is that wasn't tethered before this mechanic. The anti-clockwise was just to set up your partner to know who you'll be running across with. But the movement is going to be across and cardinal.
So you'd go south since you're a tank, and then you would go over here. It looks like.
Fallen is a healer. Can we do it one more time?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
So let's set the tanks and healers up. Let's say. Okay. Let's do this randomly. Hold on. Okay. Let's say odds and evens. So let's say Popo. Okay. Let's say evens will get tank. So Popo, you get. Popo will tank. Let's do who's Kane. He'll also tank. Okay, so that means me and Chillin are going to be the two who are acting healer. So then we'll be east and southeast. So I just randomly, it doesn't really matter. Like in the fight, it'll be random as well.
Yeah.
So let's say that the blood rake goes out. I'm going to say something like, the blood rake is coming, we need some heals. And then after that, it's going to be, I think, Balone Burst is the skill name.
Yeah.
And I'll be tethered to an orb that's outside at our cardinal. And then once we're tethered, I'll say move across. So let's do that. We'll move across with our partners. So Sharon, we're popping the cardinal ones first. So you'll pop the cardinal one, cardinal west. Right, because you're going across with your partner, and your partner was on east, so you will be popping the cardinal west orb first. Did you want to?
We could use this big square to make it a little bit easier to see.
The orbs need to be shared with 2 players, otherwise the damage is too great. So you have to be within range to share it. But only one of you needs to move into the circle because they're pretty big. If you did Emerald Weapon and you remember that first orb mechanic, it's kind of like that, where you shared it in pairs. What decided east is my partner? Because of your role. So in the scenario we just ran through, the acting healer, the people who ended up with acting healer need to be east and southeast. So based on what role you have, you will go to a clock position, and then you'll move across with that partner. If you prefer not to think, we can teach a different strat where the tanks and healers are alternating, but that's not how PF does it. So if you end up PFing this, you would have to relearn the PF method.
Honestly, that other method seems more confusing. I'm not gonna lie, the static one.
Well, if you think of the method that we're doing, and you just alternate tanks and healers at the north, then the DPS doesn't matter which debuff we get, and we just pick any of those clock spots, and the movement is the same. We go across and then clockwise 1.
I just think it would be better to learn the Party Finder one just so other people, like, if you're running with other people, you'll know.
True. Okay, do we need to go over the movements one more time? Yes. Okay. So let's say that the mechanic is starting. Tanks and healers know exactly where to go. The DPS are just hanging out. Let's do this odds and evens again. Okay, so if you're even, you'll be tank. Let's do Shellon first. Shellon, you're an acting tank. Let's do Kane. Kane, you're a healer. Popo, you're a healer. Okay, so that means I'm tank. So did you see how immediately once they knew if they were acting tank or acting healer, they went to the correct spots? So the two acting healers should be east and southeast. The two acting tanks should be south and southwest. And you'll know you're in the right spot because you'll be opposite the players of that role.
Yeah.
That's step one. Yep. Then what happens? So there will be a big blood rake that goes out. It's just damage. It's nothing. And then there will be a skill called, I think, Blown Bursts. And what's going to happen is an orb is going to tether to us in each of these positions. So, for example, you're southwest. So an orb will spawn in the southwest corner of the arena and tether to you. Yeah, it does 40k damage is nothing. Yeah, everything does 40k damage in this fight. So at the after we're tethered, we'll need to do the movements to move across to pop our first orb. So Shellon, you and I'm south here, will move across to the north, and we'll pop the north orb. So you identify your partner, and your partner is the person who is anti-clockwise to your cardinal. So since you're southwest, anti-clockwise is south. So the two of us will move across to the north. So yeah, you can either think of it as you move directly north, or you can find your partner first and then move north. So we'll move north. You will pop the orb because you're ranged in our pair. Just make sure that I'm within range. I'll try to move max melee, and you'll be able to pop the orb. You want to pop the orb first, early, so that we can receive healing before the second orb. So I always think of popping the orb basically as soon as you can reach it. Don't sprint, but just walk there. You'll pop the orbs. You'll pop the first orb, and then we'll rotate clockwise to the next one, and we'll kind of hopefully receive some healing in between. And then once we feel that we've got enough health, we can pop the second orb. And then all 8 players, once we've popped all of the orbs, will need to move into whichever safe quadrant was the one he did not tether at the beginning. And I have a macro for all of these, so I'll just be popping all of these buttons, tell you which one is safe. It's going to take a little bit to get used to. I think orbs is fundamentally easier to understand than blood rake or pinax, so it's not that difficult of a mechanic, except for the healing part. I think healing is a little bit of a struggle, so good luck, healers.
Give me 1 sec.
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything hits for 40k in this fight. And that's 40k mitigated. So yeah, I don't play healer, so I don't know exactly what mitigations should be used. But I'm feeling like Panheimer would be good, probably Lily Bell. Yeah, and also Bard doesn't have any self-mitigations, so Jillian will need a little bit more care. The rest of us all have something. I guess you have second wind, right? Do you? Maybe? I don't remember. Yeah, you get second wind, yeah. Oh, but if we need to remove a debuff ever, Bard's your guy.
How much health do we get him to in the first phase?
You get him to 50%, or I guess under 50%. I don't know what the math is. I don't know how much health he starts with. I can find out real quick.
I do 50% is fine.
Yeah.
He has
enough.
41.8 million health.
That's nothing.
So you gotta be doing
We
a
got
lot of damage. Was it 20.9 million? You have to do at least 20.9 million damage. Whatever that means. Anyone else have any questions while we're reading? One glare. Yeah, I mean, why mage OP?
Glare Mage.
How much did it do? Let's see.
Wow.
8,132 damage.
Here, do another one.
I do like a palm strike. What the hell is that?
Oh, I lived. Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm being blood raked.
Rake this.
Oh, benediction, clutch. It's fallen against the world. Oh no, it's me again.
Man, I was getting pocketed.
Don't worry, I have 48,000 health now. Alright, I think I'm responsible for everything. We're all gonna get a debuff. There's only 4 of us alive. Okay, we all have the virus. None of us can get immune because we can't share it to anybody. Alright, everyone gets a tether. Oh! Fallen gave up his tether!
Sorry about that.
Okay, we're just practicing. What things can live? Oh wait, yeah, that's right. It's a basic.
Dude, nothing can kill this woman. Except maybe this.
Yeah, this will kill me. Every single cooldown. Every single cooldown.
Hey!
Every single. Fuck!
Aww. Okay, Phone Mouse is good.
Oh, I had home gang still. God damn it. I thought I used it. Son of a bitch. Could have
I
lived.
guess.
Doesn't go burr. You didn't use enough glares. Oh look!
Get this, Phone Mouse.
Here we go. Alright. Let's see which elements we get. Alright, water, so it's knockback first. Knockback into healer stacks. Oh, nice job.
That was all the mitigation.
Never meet your healers. Alright, I think everybody's back.
Yeah, I get nervous some people.
No worries.
I'm streaming right now, so I'm not about to talk shit. Alright.
Congrats, Fallen. You did 46k damage that pull. That's almost 20.9 million.
They had Starfield gameplay today.
Alright, first read wide. And now the first blood rake. Tank healers will be doing tethers. Alright, second blood rake. Tank healers doing everything. DPS techs out. Ooh, real close.
Ooh, mama.
Alright, make sure we're stacking tightly together. We're kind of in 2 groups here. Alright, melee come grab. Evan first, and then Papa will grab. Tank healers are grabbing tethers, so you guys can go north. Tank healer tethers, tank healer tethers. Tank healer tethers. Nice. Whoa! You did it. It was a little scary down here in the south. Alright, 2-hit Tank Buster, you can invuln. No invuln. I don't know about you, you would have been fine. Us DPS were a little worried. Alright, Fel, you can provoke. Nice job. Alright, we're into Pinax.
Gonna heal away all the pain.
Can't. It doesn't get better.
Okay, let's go to the blue and red. It's south at Charlie. Go south to Charlie.
Bonk.
Nice pull. Now we're going to need to see which elements we get. It's water, knockback, so I'm going to the center. Knockback into healer groups, so we'll get knockback. Remember, don't be on red. Red is bad. Healer groups.
Fuck.
Gotcha.
Go to the center for shift. We're going north to alpha. Go to the wall. Anti-knockbacks, anti-knockbacks. After the cape, it's going to be spread. So Fel, you'll pull the boss out a little bit. We'll kind of spread. Kane, you'll stay under the boss. There you go. Melees look good. Nice. I try to center the boss here briefly. You have like 1 second. Yeah, it's okay. This is a tank buster. You'll invuln this. We'll give you some space here. And then try to center the boss. And then at some point, Evan will provoke and try to center the boss. Between the two of you, you'll try to center the boss. Alright, looks like fire is safe. This is a horrible fight to try to move the boss. There's like 1 second of opportunity in between everything.
Alright, fire.
Fire is safe. Yeah, so if you can pull the boss a touch more and then face it north. Alright, so now tanks and healers should be getting their debuff now. So DPS, check your debuff. Acting tanks are south and southwest. So Fel, you'll need to go to the two-way marker. Let's see, Shellan, Shellan, you're healer. Okay, this is good. Alright, let's heal up big. We're gonna get the orbs here. You kind of want to be in your cardinal, but let's see if this works. Alright, go cross, pop the first orb. Have the ranged pair pop the first orb. Alright, get some heals in and pop the second one.
Oh,
Pump go, pump go.
Oh my god.
Fire, everyone to fire. Gotta go a little quicker than that, Popo.
What?
Gotta go a little quicker than that.
Okay. Well, I thought I popped the first one, so I didn't think I was supposed to pop the second one.
Oh, no, I just mean that the ranged of the pair should try to pop the orb, be the person to pop the orb so that the melee person can stay on the boss.
Oh. Well, yeah, I just thought it would kill me if I popped 2 orbs.
No, we're sharing it. I think you had plenty of health at the end. We just didn't have enough time to make it to the same square.
Yeah, that's why I was waiting for you to move. I didn't know I was able to pop both of them.
Okay, so
I'll be able to pop both of them next time.
okay. Looks like a couple of people died.
I got a question.
Yes. What's your question?
When we're like acting DPS team, whatever, now
Mhm.
I noticed what happened was I ran south, but
Mhm.
then I don't remember who else was there. They also popped the orbs out, and then I saw one that was right next to it that was also a DPS one. So then I tried to grab that one, and then I got hit by too many, which I know that's a thing, but I'm like.
Do you have Doom?
Yeah, I got Doom, and that's because when I originally went to go and like hit the one that was like south, it was already taken before I could get to it, so I tried to grab another one because there's another one that was kind of like.
Yes, you have a partner. You guys must share the orbs with a
We
partner.
gotta share them.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's why I was confused. Okay.
So Felmax, the Dark Knight, is your partner in this scenario. So the two of you will be going south, and then Fel, you should let Fel pop the orb because, like I said, you're the main tank at this point, Eben. So the boss will be following you if you move too far south. So just like move to the south of his hitbox and like stay at max melee, and then Fel will like give up the 1 GCD or whatever to go pop the orb. And then together, once you pop the south orb as a pair, you will rotate clockwise and pop the southwest orb as a pair after you receive some healing. So you can wait like 2 GCDs in between the pops.
Okay, now I get it. It was the sharing it is what I missed. Okay.
Yeah. you can't pop more than 2, or else you get the doom. So that's why we assign the groups that way. You can't just run around and grab them all. There's no, you can't tank info on that.
Well, I'm a try. No, I'm kidding.
What if we just give all of them to Evan? Then we don't have to do the mechanic.
I mean, yeah, I guess if you want to sack a person, maybe. You also have to heal them because each orb does like 80k. That's why you have to share it, right? So.
No, but what if we get all the orbs in the middle, and then she'll walk into it.
You in-roll and then sprint, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
Pray.
Yes, it's a joke. It doesn't. You can't actually do that.
POV. No
Nice job on
GPS
Pickaxe,
loss.
Alright, does anyone have any questions about how they died on Pickaxe? Oh, but you got like insta-killed. Were you on red?
I was not on red, but I just think I didn't have enough health for the stack.
Okay.
I was on the right side.
Overkill, yeah.
Yeah.
Same with Shellin, 7,000 overkill. I don't kill. Were you on red? I don't think I have any skills that help there.
A frail caster body.
Yeah, we just just needed a little bit more healing for the stack. I don't recall what order things were in. If you guys took damage from the lightning, maybe you took too much damage from the lightning. I don't know. Or maybe enough people weren't in the stack. I don't recall what happened. Anyway, we can just keep going. That was pretty good. Oh, that's right, because Evan got knocked somewhere else. So you guys were down a person in your stack.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened, okay.
I derped there.
Well, then, other than that, we had Pickaxe pretty cleanly. We're on to freaking Orbs Prog. A few more pulls. Okay. Thanks for coming and staying this long.
Hope you had some fun.
Are they going to receive an egg souvenir?
Yes. Complimentary egg.
Just one egg.
You're like the Final Fantasy egg ambassador now?
Yeah. No, dude, that's why I think Final Fantasy XI is going to be the best Final Fantasy, because it actually lets me turn into an egg.
Oh.
It literally gave me...
For today's.
It's amazing.
Alright, DPS responsible for everything. Tanks and healers stacks out.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have the melee of the group grab the tethers first. Oh, tanks and healers stacks. Tanks and healers stack.
Oh shit.
So Kane's gonna go in.
Shit.
Bad.
Kane's
Alright.
gonna go in first. Kane. And then Popo. And then DPS will grab tethers. And then quickly spread. Nice. Yeah, you just have to be fast on that. Alright, we're up to the tank buster. Evan will invuln both hits. Alright, and then Fel will take over. And we're into Pickaxe. So we're going to look for the blue and the red. We're going to go to that quadrant. Or cardinal. So we are going south to Charlie. Come south. Nice job. Now let's see which elements we get. It's going to be water. I'm going in for the knockback. Into spread. So think about where you need to be for your spread positions. Spread. Nice job. Alright, north. We're going north to Alpha. Knockback invulns. Stay by the wall. Knockback invulns.
No.
Ouch.
And this is going to be healer stacks. Healer stacks.
That was a mash and sprint. I was like, go!
Yeah, so I think my recommendation is as soon as Pickaxe is over, or if the first half of Pickaxe is over, you should try to head towards the center of the arena so that you can be in position for whichever shift it is, so that you're not running like all crazy. Expedient, please. Yeah. Looked like a couple of people overlapped. I think Evan and Papa overlapped.
We lived and thought
So
for
you know
the
what happened
spread.
For the stacks. Wait, was it stacks or?
I died to lightning, but I
It
know
was spread.
for spread, me and him were far apart enough.
Evan, you moved to the side. You're on the butt. Stay at C. Don't move from there.
Wait. I'm confused. Hold on. So that was for some reason I thought I saw fire, and I thought that it was healer stacks. I saw people stack.
Oh, it was not. It was knockback into spread.
Oh, I thought I heard healing. Okay, my bad. I misheard then.
Gotcha. And then then the second part was just running all the way from south to north. So as soon as you see that the mechanic is over, you should try to run towards the center so that you can be ready to move into the correct cardinal for the shift.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No worries. Man, I'm still waiting for this, what's it called? This blood rake to pick different people. But it's always like one roll does both. Yeah, it did on the first pull, yeah. Alright, first raid wide. Alright, tanks and healers, we'll grab tethers. Alright, second blood rake. Ooh, DPS will grab debuffs, so tanks and healers stack south. This is finally that scenario. So DPS are going to grab debuffs, and let's let the melee go in first.
Alright.
So that's, let's let Papa go in. Papa and then Chillin. Tanks and healers grab tethers. Tanks and healers grab tethers.
Just let those dudes run.
Oh,
Someone needs me
I
out.
got it. I got it.
Oh, Venn diagram,
I was literally not attacking because I was so focused on everybody else. I just stared.
Alright, good luck whoever is second in enmity.
Damn, that's crazy.
Alright, I gotta stop attacking now. I don't want to be next.
Thank you, Fallen, for your service. Alright, we should probably just reset this one.
Probably.
It's just really hard to get people up now.
Okay, I got this. I'm gonna res. I got this.
Alright, so we saw that time the importance of staying south until everyone has the tethers, because we were just stealing from each
Try to
other.
rescue me into the wall.
I almost did.
Yeah, jinxed us.
So,
My favorite thing for Emerald Weapon.
So does it make sense what I'm trying to say for everyone stay south? So once I say that, once the debuffs have been passed and I'm like, hey, tanks and healers go grab tethers, you guys all move forward into the hitbox until the tethers show up, and once that you see that they're on all four of the tanks and healers and no DPS has it, then you can move and spread. Because you cannot steal a tether from someone if you already have a tether. But if you see that like 2 people moved up and 2 people haven't, you need to wait for those other people to come up and take their tethers before you spread out. Because otherwise it's just going to be people stealing from each other. You never notice all the curtains?
yeah, like I saw like all the red curtains like as it was transitioning, and I was like, I never noticed that. It's cool.
Alright, let's go again.
Alright.
And then Kane, just let us know when you have to go. What? You're browsing the what? Are you RPing? Is this RP?
No. It's a Final Fantasy 11 thing. So like, your character can have like a bazaar on them. So like, when someone texts you and like you have one, it can just buy stuff out of it. You're basically like your own walking market board.
Oh.
But you get a notification that the person is contaminated. And that currency I just posted was for a relic weapon. You can
I see.
the currency and sell it as well.
Alright, tank healers are responsible for tethers. Tank healers do everything. DPS will stack out. Alright, make sure we stack tight. We need to be tighter than this. Okay, so Fel first. Fel, come get your debuff. And then Papa will grab your debuff. And then tank healer tethers. Tank healer tethers. So tank healer stacks out until you guys all have it. And then spread. That was good. There, you did it. You did the thing.
That was clean. You guys you made an L for the boss.
Look how easy that was. Right, do you think we can pull the boss slightly north? Well, it's Buster now. He's not going to move. It's okay. We'll just have to adjust. We'll bank on the Pin-X being south, and if it's not south, then we'll cry.
I'm tank now.
You're the tank now?
Yeah, I'm over here with you guys.
Please be south. Oh, it's south. Oh, it's perfect. We gambled and we won. Look at that. We're by the wall. Please be lightning so we can stay by the wall. Oh, it's lightning. Stay here. Alright, knock back into here. Or not knock back. Stay by the wall. Don't be on blue. Don't be on blue.
Yeah.
Stacks. Stacks. Crossover and healer stacks. Don't be on red. What? Alright, go. West. We're going west to Delta. It's double knockback. Anti-knockbacks now. Anti-knockbacks. Anti-knockbacks. And then Fel, you'll bring the boss out a little bit, and then we'll spread. So this time I'll stay under the boss. Plenty of time here. Okay, the tank buster's up next. Good job centering the boss. So you'll invuln this buster. And then after the 2 hits, Evan, you'll provoke. He's pretty much centered, so you can just face it north.
And then he's gonna tether something.
Yes, so what looks like it's safe?
Water.
Water, right? Water? Okay, where's my water buff? Here it is. Water will be safe.
Youch.
So Evan, you'll face the boss north.
Should I use Addle there?
You can.
Alright.
You and Rage will just need to talk about where you're dropping mitigations. Alright, tanks and healers, you guys can get in position, because you have static positions, you know where you're going to be. DPS, we're going to get our debuffs now. So acting tank is south and southeast.
Healer now.
West.
I'm over here. Alright.
Alright. Hopefully you'll... let's just stand around the boss hitbox. You don't need to be out that far. It'll make running a little harder. Alright, this is the mechanic coming out here. So wait, don't cross yet. Alright, crossover. Okay, I'll just pop this one.
Alright, and then we get some heals.
And then pop the other one at the counter cardinal. And then water is safe, water is safe, water is safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we gotta be a little closer for that one.
I think we got clipped by one because like 4 of us had Doom
After we pop, should we walk back in a little bit so we can get heals?
Okay. Yes. Sort of.
Yeah.
It depends on like the range of the spells. I think depending on what people are popping, like if you pop Lulubell in the center, you should be covering everyone. And same with Panheima. But yeah, I think you'll pop the Cardinal Orb with your partner and then come in for like 1 GCD or maybe 2 GCDs, and then you'll pop the intercardinal one as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna try at least pop Panheima like when we're passing through the middle the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, that'll cover the.
I ran
couple
out
of
of
those.
fucking mana because I was like rezzing and stuff.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, so how much longer did you guys want to keep going?
Well,
You gotta hop up. Okay, so it looks like we're losing 2 people.
Some people had a hard cutoff at 3 or, well, what 6?
Yeah, it's technically the end of our raid time. I mean, I know we did start a little late. I just know that.
Oh, it looks like we're losing a lot of people. Yeah, if Shellan leaves, we have to replace 3.
Well, if we want to do our usual cutoff time of 6, and that means we got 20 minutes left. So
Yeah,
then,
I think that'll be hard to find 3 people within that time.
Yeah.
Much less get in.
Yeah, because I know Rav and I have D&D at 8, plus, I should technically do some stuff around the house, but...
Okay, well, I'm good with calling it here then. And then
Yeah.
we'll just meet next week for the same kind of thing.
Made some
And-
good progress too.
Yeah. And plus you guys have seen like most of the mechanics now, so like we saw through orb. So the only other new mechanic in phase 1 is towers. And towers is like just a little altered version of the blood rake that you've seen at the beginning. So like one group will take the tower, the other group will take the tether. Then afterwards, one group will take the tower and the other group will have to get the debuff. So it's like the same, except people also have to stand in towers. But it's basically the blood rake mechanic. And then you do another pin X2 at the after that, and then that's the end of the fight.
Easy.
Oh.
Yep.
Phase
It
2.
was like 7 minutes and like 11 seconds or something. And then our pull just now was 3 minute 56. So we're like halfway into the fight. We're more than halfway into the fight already.
Yeah, you guys are doing awesome.
Next Sunday. I think this group usually raids on Saturday
We
at
usually raid on
3 p.m.
Saturdays at
Yeah.
3, but I think for the next few Sundays we have, or next few weeks we have to do Sunday for some reason.
Raj had a thing you wanted to do overtime. I have a tattoo appointment.
Right, yeah, the Saturdays, because initially I planned on just doing, like, the only Saturday I planned on doing overtime was 18.
Right.
But it kind of worked out yesterday since we didn't raid yesterday.
Right.
So, which Raj did get back to me. I mean, it's whatever now, but, yeah, so, I think Raj...
Yeah, we'll just play it by ear, I guess. And then Evan, you can just like set up the party thing, the raid time, and just add people when it's up or something.
Right. And then of course we'll still try to do a P3 just to whoever wants to join. It's not like a formal thing or whatever. Whoever's around wants to join.
Cool.
I'm not doing overtime next Saturday, so I'll be free
Oh, okay.
all day. Unless no one else is free, and then I will just say fuck it and go work. I really don't want to work, because, yeah,
That's fair.
Saturdays are for the boys. But yeah, like, I got nothing.
Alright.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for filling Fel. I think this group already has a tank, but if you want to come prog too, if you guys have another role, maybe you guys can discuss swapping or something. And I think during prog, the gear doesn't matter too much. Like Shelling was only 580,
Okay.
so up to you guys.
I just want to clear at this point because I've been playing this damn game since 2013, and I didn't start actually raiding until like 2015. And I've been saying for years, I want to clear raid tier while it's relevant. Every time I've tried, something stupid always happens, and the group falls apart or whatever. Like the first static I was technically in back in 2015, I got kicked from it because I was still playing on PS3. So like, I was always just lagging horribly, and my group was just like, yeah, we can't do this, and they like kicked me. And then by the time I got a PS4, it was like kind of too late. That was during like the second raid for Alexander, like the A5 through 8 or whatever. But yeah, just and then after that, it's just like either static just fall apart or it never actually starts, or.
Yeah, I know when I first started playing, I was on PS4, but I plugged the mouse and keyboard in. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've always been a controller player, still am, and like even like with this time around, you know, we had some obstacles, and you know, we made it work because I just was really adamant about. At this point, if we lose people, whoever wants to stay, let's just keep going. We really want to do this. Because, you know, it was a little discouraging in the beginning where we lost like half our group. But here we are.
Well, it's like we consistently get almost a full party now that we're on the final raid tier. A bunch of people are cool with joining us now.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
It's only up from
we
here.
definitely wanted to raid. We're not chained up in her basement.
I mean, it's probably just you chained up in my basement, but that's beside the point. Are you
All she feeds him is Cheez-Its.
I feed him cheese. Sorry. I just
Yeah.
shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, we're making good progress. I feel like next week we can put something like Pinax cleanup in Orb Prog.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Like,
I can.
I feel like we're gonna get the towers.
Yeah, I feel like we'll get to towers next week for sure.
Yeah.
Once the last safe square goes off at the end of Orbs, towers is immediately after.
Mm-hmm.
So we almost even saw it today.
Damn.
I mean, I wish we could have more days to raid, but who knows? Stuff might change in the future. I have an interview at my current job for this apprenticeship program for becoming a press operator. So who's to say that my actual shift won't change, and you know, I can go to first shift or something. Only if it is a pay increase. That's the only way I will do that.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, if I started working first shift, then I would technically be more available. But I also know, like, Raj works at like 5:30 in the morning, so of course we wouldn't be able to run too late. So like, and I know the original reason why we didn't do Sundays, because we're gonna consider doing Sundays as well on top of Saturday. But then we didn't do Sundays because we had a couple of people who couldn't do Sundays, but they're
like
in the group
dipped.
and-
Yeah.
So there's technically no reason why we can't, but it's still up to, you know, everyone.
I know for me, weekends, I always have the days off because I only work weekdays, and then weekdays I'm usually free in the afternoon, like after 6, 7. But that's a little late.
Right. So I mean, run it out there. If people want to technically do Saturday and Sunday,
Right.
we can make it happen. Just maybe like not raid as long, just so that way not taking up too much time. But
I'd be down if we have enough people that want to do it.
right.
I can cover every role pretty much.
Oh wow.
Okay.
It's nice too, because I know some people in here can only do Saturdays and some people can only do Sundays. From what I've seen, so it would give everybody a little chance to get some prog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Now that we've got like a ton of people who do raids in here, like
Yeah.
we don't necessarily need like the same static 8 players. You can just put up a stuff for Saturday, put something else up for Sunday, and just, you know, whoever's available can show up and join.
That's true, actually, because I like part of me was worried about like, you know, spamming people with like, you know, pings, but I mean,
You probably just have it like where only a specific role gets the pings if they want it. So like, I don't know. I feel like you can do it to where like, people would have like a role and it would like let them get the pings, and then other people wouldn't. They would just be able to check in and see if something's on when they want to.
Yeah, you'll have to figure that out.
I haven't done too much stuff. I know I liked how the thing is in the the screaming weenies or whatever you added me too deep. How the thing like shows their roles. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like it's like you pick what role you're entering so you can see what the team needs.